Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Redshift series. Today we will be creating the Acorn Forest, which is the next segment of the Great Orient Road. But to build a forest we're going to need wood. So the first situation is to go and get some from the Northern Tree Farm. Currently we're over at the Forest Ridge, but we have a long way to go. This, as you can see over there, was the railway we built last episode, and over there is where we're heading. So let's hop down the stairs and hop on over. Quick introduction for those of you new to this series. The aim of this series is to recreate that nostalgic feeling of watching those old Minecraft series where it was chill, laid back, and you just enjoyed the series for what it was rather than a bunch of hyper edited nonsense. So let's get going on the Skyway and sit back and relax. Beam the episode up to the TV. Chris, can we go? Can we make a move? Thank you. Beam the episode up to the TV and enjoy this series. This episode of the series, I should say. Another thing to note for any new viewers, just in case you're a bit perplexed as to why we have all these skyways and stuff, we don't use elytras on this world. So, yeah, this is why we have these skyways. Anyway, let's head up north. So, Chris, would you like to explain why we're doing this Great Orient Road?
Absolutely. So the whole idea is, so in addition to what Sam said about us being a lightless world, the whole idea of the Orient Road is a useful way for us to get to our farms in the western section of the world.
Eastern.
I want to say in the
Orient,
eastern section of the world.
Come
on. So it's a way for us to get there, in an enjoyable way that doesn't use obviously elytras or just a skyway that gets us there in like 2 minutes and you don't have to think of anything. This way to get there is an enjoyable feeling. Like you sit on a minecart, you just enjoy the sights, all the different biomes, and like all the different like locations that you'll see.
I'll try and pop up a little picture of the actual route, like the sort of like initial plan of the route of the Orient Road that we've planned out at the moment, and you can see that it does run sort of next to the Orange Skyway, which is the Eastern Skyway, which obviously only takes a couple minutes, but this is going to be a more scenic approach. We're going to link so many settlements and stuff, but we've talked about this in previous videos, so we're not going to go into too much detail, and I think we're going to do a cut, because you don't want to see us collect loads and loads of wood, so we'll cut back to when we've got all of this wood. The sun is setting, and after a hard couple of days of work, we are going to be heading straight back to the base to crack on with the next section of the Great Orient Road. So we've got a little work to do, but before we start, before we start building at all, we're going to show you guys what it looks like before, so you can see the huge difference once we complete that. Once we complete that section of the Orient Road. I've gone a little far here, so let's head all the way back, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you what it looks like at the moment. Okay, so we're over here at the start of the canyon that we made a couple of episodes ago, and we have made a little bit of progress on the forest, as you'll see, but we still need to decorate it all and add a couple of houses. So let's go through the canyon, if Chris will follow. We'll go through, and we will get to the forest. So you can see this is where Acorn Forest is going to be. We've got a lot of shulkers ready here, and you can see we've got the path going up. So this is the initial start that we made to the path. So you can see the rail line winds its way through the trees to the left of the path, which is how it's going to be for the remainder of the Orient Road as well. It's going to stay on the left on these like cobble here, and we're going to try and sort of keep it so the cobble is slightly We're going to try and keep it so the cobble is slightly below, so it sort of looks like a rail line, as you can see here. And it's going to continue up. We've got a little bridge here going up this bank. It continues through the forest here. It's a little bit wider than it could be. We might make this a little less wide. And we've got to add in loads of decorations. And then it will go down here and probably wind around here. But that's the end of the forest. But we've still got a lot of work to do, because this forest is way less dense than it should be. And we've got to plant a lot of flowers, make some houses, do a hell of a lot of decorations. So we've got our work cut out to make this forest good, because this is quite early on in the Orient Road. So we want to make it really special, as with the whole Orient Road. There's going to be no decrease in quality. Oh, creeper, watch out. there's going to be no decrease in quality on the road. It's going to be incredibly detailed the entire way through. So this road is only the beginning, but we're going to cut now and show you guys what we've done to make this very nice and detailed, and we have plans for a couple of houses which might be really, really cool. So we're going to get going, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Goodbye.
See ya.
And welcome to Acorn Forest. We are back again. It's been a while. We've been hard at work making this forest, but we're very pleased with the result. Chris, do you like the forest?
I do indeed like the forest. It is very, very lush, very beautiful, very dense, and there's lots and lots of hidden meanings in it, like these little chains and these stone bricks. It's all got a meaning, and it all adds to the intensity of the beautifulness of the forest. Sam, take us on a little trip up to this little lodge here.
Okay, so you can see this part of the forest is incredibly dense. We've got loads of overhanging branches and loads of flowers all around. And then you come, in this corner of the railway track, you come to Acorn Forest Lodge. So we made two houses. One of them I made, one of them Chris made. And this was one that I made. So I'm going to give you a tour of this one, and Chris will give you the tour of the other. Get out of the way. Okay, so we're going to step inside and look at this lovely ground floor. We've got a huge sofa. Get away from my windows! We've got a huge sofa here with a lovely carpet, a little workbench in the corner, a kitchen in this side of the room, and out the back of the house, you're right in the most dense part of the forest. All these leaves around in every direction. It is lovely. So now we're going to go upstairs and see what's up there. Look at this, an entire upstairs, 2 twin beds, leaves out the back window, sofa with a painting here, plentiful storage space over here, a chest for loads more space, and look at that, a floor-to-ceiling window where you can look out over the Great Orient Road. Whoopsie daisy, hold on. And you can see sign down there. We've got the trees. It's very lush. It's lovely, and I really like this house. I'll show you it from the other side. You can see how it's really in the trees. Really, really dense, very dense part of the forest. It's a forest lodge. It's relaxing, it's big, it's spacious, and it's straight on the convenient part of the Great Orient Road, not too far from Canal Village. So that's that for Acorn Forest Lodge. Chris, would you like to extend the tour throughout the forest?
Of course. Once you pass along the rails, around Acorn Forest Lodge, you got this nice little bridge, which is accessible for both minecarts and obviously hikers, which is what this road is designed for. There's lots of lighting here because, as you noticed, it was quite dark in our last clip of the unlit part of the road.
Alright, so for some reason Chris's audio just decided to cut out at this point for like 20 seconds, so I just need to voice over this part. So effectively we were just talking about how the lighting we added here is because it's obviously quite dense on like the ceiling, like the roofed forest, so we've got to stop the mob spawning that way. And this part of the forest is just really dense, really nice, got lots of like flowers and decorations. And we've got these like wagons over here that Chris is next to. So we're going to put horses on them, but it would kind of look a bit weird. So they're the same kind of wagons that you can see in Canal Village around there. But yeah, it's all looking pretty nice. This part is like enclosed over the top. And yeah, and this Chris audio comes back in a second, so see ya.
You go down, and it's a bit disgusting around here with all these shulker boxes, but bear with me, tucked away in the corner here. This is Acorn Pond. So we've got a little river down here, which is where it gets its name. Got a little beetroot patch, of course, for the farmer that lives here. And then got a little hidden outcropping almost in this section down here. We've got a lovely little fire.
Little back garden.
We've got a beehive back here. Right. And now, entering the house. It's a little... Okay. It's a little more barren than the lodge. Yet, one doesn't need to live in infrugal places to truly experience the beautifulness of nature. This is the pond house. Got a little wardrobe here. I use this in the Greek area, which is a little spoiler. It's a barrel and obviously book storage up there. Got a little nice table here. little kitchenette area over here. You can have a look at the painting. Now upstairs is the Gothic bedroom
Some emo lives
with
here.
black beds. Sorry?
Some emo lives in this room.
Absolutely. Got some black beds to obviously stay nice and hot because it absorbs all the UV radiation. More storage up here. And you've got lovely views into
A perfect black
into
body, one might say.
the tree line of the Acorn Forest. Right, that's about it.
Bit of a
It's very sort of
juxtaposition,
simple-
I reckon. You normally don't find emos living in nature. They usually
Didn't
lurk
ask-
in
didn't-
dark alleyways of cities and
Didn't ask for a dissertation,
things.
did I?
Get out.
Right. Now, as you can see, all of these are filled with resources that will be used to extend the Orient Road.
Very far.
We'll keep it going probably around this big hill here.
Let's have a look
Yeah,
at this
there's a
forest
lot
from
of-
above. Hold on, I need to put this
There's
in
a
my
lot of
inventory.
resources
Yeah, so
and
that's
a long
Acorn
way
Forest.
to finalize the road.
It has got
Like,
a
it's
long
gonna
way
be
to go,
thousands
but
of
this is
blocks
how we
long.
plan to do it in the future, spending a long time on certain sections to make sure they're fully detailed and really enjoyable to travel on, like not boring at all. So yeah, it's really dense, as you can see. See a forest lodge over there. So a little update from us as well. We have got A levels coming up in a couple of months now, so I don't know how
Weeks.
often these episodes will be coming out. Hopefully we'll try and get them quite consistently, but you might not see the most crazy projects. You know, more episodes sort of similar to this, where it's more of a smaller undertaking. There is a couple of really big projects in the making. I've got a huge castle to the north, and Chris has a Greek island going on in the middle of the ocean. However, they're gonna be not for a long time. Maybe probably until summer. Probably the Greek island's close to being finished, but
Miles closer.
yeah, a lot closer. Mine's only just started. But yeah, the revision is ramping up for us, but we are going to keep these. I mean, we're recording this on a Friday. We're going to keep these sort of Fridays after school free to just get some realming done, maybe a couple of days on the weekend as well. Get those episodes out. And yeah, if you guys, as usual, guys, if you have any ideas or comments, just stick them in the comments. And we'll try and do some videos on that. If you want to see some parts of the realm, you want to have an idea for something we could build, we're always happy to hear. So that's going to be it for this episode, but we will see you guys in the next one.